Welcome in, Freedom fans, to another edition of the Freedom Focus. I'm Paul Fritschner, here with Freedom manager Dennis Pelfrey. We have three huge games. Our last homestand here at home at UC Health Stadium. It's 2 today against the normal Corn Belters, 1 more tomorrow, and a regular season home finale. Half game up on these Corn Belters for the wild card, but only a half game behind River City for first place. What's the mentality going into this 2 games today, 1 more game tomorrow?
I mean, it's the same as it was day one. I mean, we're just we're going to prepare like we've always have, and we're going to try to put ourselves in a position to be successful tonight and win the first one, and then see what happens in game 2.
Now, does it change at all because you control your own destiny and you're not scoreboard watching?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think we're still scoreboard watching, and I think we would be naive to say that we're going to win the next 6 games to clinch ourselves. We're probably going to lose 1, maybe 2 games. So there's still going to be some scoreboard watching, but ultimately it's up to us to just take care of business and play the way we're capable of playing. If we do that, then we will win the 6 straight.
Yeah, and you've been toying around with the lineup all season, but recently you seem to have settled into a bit of a groove. Are you happy with where it is right now?
Yeah, I think we got 1 variation for a left-handed starter we're going to face, and 1 for a righty. And I think the reason why it's been changing so much all year is just because of those injuries and a couple guys getting picked up and a couple guys not performing the way that they should. And I think we've kind of settled in and kind of figured that out, and we're a little more comfortable now coming in each day, especially from a player standpoint, knowing where they're going to be in the lineup for the most part and understanding their roles.
Now, it's Jordan Krause today, Steve Hagan today as well. Steve Hagan, obviously a 2-time All-Star. What do you expect out of those guys in a doubleheader where you could really clinch some momentum with a sweep?
Well, 2 experienced players, 2 guys that have pitched in big games and throughout their career, 2 guys that are making probably the most money on the pitching staff. So I expect them to come out and be the guys that we're paying them to be the best guys on our staff, and catapult us to 2 wins today.
Now, you're probably looking at Tyler Gibson to start a game this weekend, and you've transitioned him from the bullpen into a starter's role where he has just flourished. What has been most impressive for you out of his performances on the mound in the starting role?
His ability to kind of keep the momentum on his side and not let things sway him mentally, emotionally. I think his composure on the mound is phenomenal, and he just continues to pound the strike zone, and whatever happens, and that's the way we want our guys to approach everything, and he's done a phenomenal job at that. And it was a long time coming for him to get into the rotation. It just some things had to work out the right way, a couple arms getting picked up, but we were obviously looking for him to be in the rotation next year anyway, so it works out really well, and he'll go Saturday night and possibly the clinching game of the division.
Now, tonight, we'll look back here at this normal series and this normal doubleheader. You're looking at guys like Derek Lovelace, Andrew Godbold, Chris Iriart. Iriart and Godbold have been spectacular for normal this season. How are you looking to approach them?
Same as we always have. I think we've kept Iriart, at bay for the most part. Godbold is going to be Godbold. I've always said that he could be the best player in this league if he locks in for 96 games, and he's putting together an MVP type year already. So we just need to contain him a little bit. And Derek Lovelace got to us a couple times at their place with a couple homers, but nothing that really hurt us. I think we've done a good job at handling their hitters, because they are the best hitting team in the league right now, and I think we're holding them to like a 260 batting average. And as long as we pitch well and do our thing offensively, I'm not real worried about what we're going to do.
Now, one last thing. As much as you're willing to share, going into these final 6 games, what's your message to this team, knowing how close you are to the division title?
I mean, there's no message really. It's we're going to do things like we've done since spring training, since game 13, since game 17. I mean, it's the same every day. We put the next 2 days' schedule up on the board, and there's no extra message there. It's let's take care of business, and we're going to win the game.
Thank you, Dennis Pelfrey, Paul Fritschner, Normal, and Florence here tonight. Again tomorrow, and then it's off to River City to try and win the division this weekend.